Baby's first time on camera.
Baby, welcome to our knitting podcast.
So I will, I guess, go first and introduce myself. So I'm Arielle. What do I want to say about myself? I don't even know. This is like when you're at work and they're like, hey, like, here's your new team.
Icebreaker,
like, meet them. You're like, I have actually just became a person.
I don't know anything about myself.
Actually.
I don't know what I like to do. I don't know who I am.
Hey, what do I like other than knitting? We're going to talk about that. I like The Bachelor.
Oh yeah,
we watched The Bachelor.
We watched The Bachelor. It's a guilty pleasure.
I like cats. There's a little kitty.
She's gesturing
just over there. Yeah. You can't see her, but she's beautiful. Mm-hmm. I'm from Newfoundland. Those are all the fun facts about me.
When did you come?
When I was 10. And I'm 31 now.
Oh, yeah, that's a long time. Yeah. Okay, I guess it's my turn. I'm Kayla. Sang it. I like to sing. That's random. I like to knit, obviously. That's why we're here. But I also love cats. I got that from Arielle, actually. I never used to be a cat person, just because I didn't know I was a cat person. And now I have two.
You always were inside your soul. You just didn't know it yet.
Yeah. Yes, because I was a warrior cat girly. I was from a young age. Yep, I will not be ashamed.
Into the lore.
Yeah. I was really big into that. I've always been an artsy girly. I've liked to, I've drawn my whole life, ever since I was younger. But, you go through phases, losing motivation and stuff. And hopefully this will allow me to
be creative
and get more motivated. Because I love drawing. I love painting, digital art, traditional art. I started knitting. Is not very unique or original. I started knitting during the pandemic because I was bored and I had nothing else to do. I actually started crocheting first. That was kind of like my gateway drug to knitting. I don't know what inspired me to start crocheting. I guess it was just something to do. I was attracted to the idea of being able to make your own clothes. So yeah, I started crocheting probably around 2021 would be the timing of it. 2020, 2021 maybe. And then a couple years of that. And then I said, okay, I'm ready to start knitting. So yeah, and I started to knit. And I really liked it. And so off and on, I would kind of knit and crochet and do various projects over the coming years, but never truly dedicated to the craft, like how I feel like I am a bit more today. Mm-hmm. It was very novice, very just trying to learn what I can on my own. And I didn't really have Ravelry at the time. I didn't know that was a thing. I was getting a lot of my patterns just from Etsy, which is totally fine, but didn't know a lot about the theory of different fibers and the theory. Yeah, I was just kind of winging it, but I guess that's what you got to do when you start something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and took a little hiatus, as I tend to do, with drawing. I went a couple years without just picking up my knitting needles or my crochet hook, and got distracted by other things, I guess, in life, and didn't really feel like a need or a pull to make anything again. And then one day, Arielle was like, I'm gonna start knitting again.
Yeah, so I was I learned how to knit in high school. I did an arts and crafts class, and I learned how to knit. So I knew the absolute basics. I knew how to knit and how to purl, and that was about it. Mm-hmm. But I remembered liking it. But I didn't even know about a world in which you could make a sweater like that.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't even cross my mind. And then I was getting fed like TikTok content and stuff of like people making sweaters, and I was like, okay, now I'm intrigued. And all these years I haven't spent knitting on like for over 10 years, and I'm intrigued. And I started, and then I was like, wait, didn't you used to knit? And you were like, yeah. And then I brought you back into it.
You revived.
Mm-hmm.
I saw her making all this stuff that you'll see, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It always helps to have somebody in it that you can talk to and do it with. So then I started up again, and I've been going ever since. Has not quite a year, I guess, since I've started.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. Yeah. So what we want to do today is talk about our knitting journey up until this point, because we've both had like separate paths that have led us together, and show you all of the stuff that we've knit up until the end of 2025.
We're saving the 2026 stuff for the future, because we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, surely this will take off.
Surely there'll be hundreds of thousands of people watching this,
and you love it, and you're gonna share it with everybody. Yep.
Right. So my very first project, because as I said, I saw people were making sweaters, and I was like, whoa, that's really cool, but like, where do I even start? So like many a knitter, I started with
a sweater,
the Step-by-Step sweater by Florence Muller. So this is the Step-by-Step sweater.
She's beautiful.
Ooh. I mean, if you look from afar, she's beautiful. Yes. I didn't really understand the like make one right, make one left
of the right.
So like so there's like holes for the it's like eyelets, you know.
It's consistent though.
Yeah. So same thing with the ribbing. I don't know what happened here. It's like very if it's there, you know, she tried. I have a really funny picture actually on my phone of when I first tried to do it, and you start with the neckline, and I was like, I'm doing it, and then you see there's like, I'm like 6 rows in maybe, but they're not connected. I didn't join in the round because I didn't even understand that, because I'd only ever knit a scarf. So I was like, oh wait. I was like, when are they attaching?
When does this look like a neck?
So
then you did
there was
after
many
the 6 rows?
Or did you restart? I just restarted. Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a lot of restarts on this guy. It took me a long time because I would just get so far and I'd make a mistake and I'd be like, well, I have no idea how to fix a mistake. I don't even know how to do this, let alone fix a mistake. Yeah. So I'm just gonna restart. So
and what yarn is? Oh,
so this is Karen Blossom Cake.
Oh yes.
I have the color written down. I can't remember off the top of my head. It'll be on the screen. But
mocha looks like mocha to me. That's a guess. It's a wild guess.
You know what? I think it's something like that. Honestly, it's something maybe food related. But yeah, I mean, I like the color, but she's pretty janky. That is not food.
No.
Don't eat trees, kids.
Don't do that.
Yeah. She was a start. I was really proud of her at the time.
I mean, for your first project.
It's a sweater. It's not a good sweater, but it's a sweater.
Do you wear it?
That was progress. No. Not at all. Because I'm like, I can do so much better than this now. So then I finished this and I was like, ooh, I've caught the knitting bug. I'm gonna do another one, because I didn't know the universe, so I was like, I'm just gonna do a second one. And then this time I was like, well, I can use, because I didn't understand gauge or anything, I was like, I can just use bigger needles and then it'll go faster. So this one's a lot of looser gauge.
But that's kind of nice. It's a little breezy.
Yeah. Weaving in ends was not my specialty, but like I also like I was doing it being like, okay, this time I'm going to do the more advanced version. So like in the pattern she has instructions for how to do German short rows, so I did German short rows, which I didn't do on the first one. I did the folded collar, I didn't do that for the first one. I did the stripes, right? You can see like my increases got a lot better. I was not good at weaving in my ends, and then I think I was trying to like fix it and I just broke it and left it like that.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's cute. I really like the concept of it. Yeah, the color and everything. This is lime. The blue is Lion Brand Heartland, and then the white is just like a Bernat, like super value. Like I didn't know the world of yarn really yet. I was just like, Michael's is the only place that exists, right? Like
begins and ends at Michael's.
Yeah. So I really like the concept of this. I want to do something with the same kind of colorway in the future with all of the skills that I have now.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, those were my first 2 projects.
Well, my first project, now we're going kind of way back 2021.
Way back.
I don't even have it anymore. It was a pattern that I found on Etsy called the Candy Heart Sweater. It was just very cute. Pink wool with just like these beautiful white sprinkle sleeves, and that was the selling point for me. I was kind of at a time in my style, my personal style, where I just wanted cutesy stuff and statement pieces. I was really into like crop tops. I think I was like scarred. Like this is kind of something I've thought about, like why I made the decisions that I did for some of my first projects. And I think just like my style at that time in my life, like I was just super into like boxy crop top stuff. I think I was like scarred
kind
from
of the
like
style at the time. And
I guess you're right.
Too,
Yeah, that's true. Growing up, I grew up in the era of long tank tops and like layered tees and like everything Aeropostale.
Is that really your era? I thought that was more my era because I'm older than you.
It lasts a couple of years. Yeah. Like, did you have the plaid?
Oh yeah, like the plaid Bermuda shorts.
Oh yeah.
The layered tank tops with the lace.
Yes. With the lace.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, it was cute. It was actually cute. I was pretty proud of it. So like Arielle, that was my first project, which was a sweater, which is also very ambitious. Which I feel like a lot of new knitters kind of get caught in that.
Yeah, you dive right in.
Yeah. But mine had like zero shaping. Like this pattern was super basic. It was essentially just like 2 pink rectangles, and then you weave them together or you sew them together at the end. And same thing, like the sleeves were rectangles that you sewed at the end. So it was
seaming.
It was all seaming, which is also ambitious because like I wasn't good at it.
I've yet to seam anything even now.
So. I don't like it, so that's the thing though. I didn't even know that there were sweaters you can make without seaming.
Yeah.
Right? I was so new to the whole thing, which is probably why they say don't start with a sweater for your first project. But I actually really liked it until, well, there were 2 things wrong with it. I bind it off super tight, which I know we've spoken about. Is
don't call me out like that.
But like I get it. And so I bind it off really tight, and it just so happened to be the side I decided to seam as my shoulder, and it like was so tight it created like a rigid line that would like dig into the skin of my shoulder. It was just because it hung there, right? Yeah. So it was uncomfortable, and I was like in denial. I was like, oh, it's like so wonderful, I love it. And because of that too, because it was tighter here and not as tight down here, it like flared out in a weird, unflattering way.
Okay.
And then also, I also didn't know anything about fibers. I thought that the dryer was the only thing you had to be scared of. And so this was like 100% wool, like non-superwash. The main part of the body. Okay. The sleeves were superwash merino. Okay. And so I was like, it's fine. I'll just put it in the washing machine.
Hot.
It wasn't hot. Okay. But whatever. The agitation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it completely like felted. It was like a mat. There was no stitch definition. And that's kind of where that one ended. So that's why I don't have it anymore, because I did frog it.
R.I.P.
A couple years later. Yeah. R.I.P. It hung in my closet. I was in denial for like 2 years. I was like, I love it. Like, I'm going to keep wearing it. I never wore it, but I just didn't have the heart to unravel it. And I just kind of like accepted it. And I was like, yep, you know what? That's a fail. So I frogged it. Yep.
All right. Okay. So then I did 2 sweaters and I was like, let's scale way back.
Yeah.
And let's do a bandana. So I did this cute little bandana. It's the Cahaya bandana by Bash Harry. And yeah, it was Patton's Astra. So again, I'm still buying yarn at Michael's. I don't understand that there's a world outside of Michael's. Yeah, but it's cute.
Very cute. You went into like lace in your second project.
Yeah, because I think that I had seen a little bandana like this at like American Eagle or something, and I was like gonna buy it, and then I was like, I could knit this. I'm professional now. So I knit it. Yeah, but I mean, it was really, really fast, and I learned how to do an I-cord, and I learned how to do some lace, and she's not perfect, but she's cute. I mean, it's on the top of my head. Who's looking at the top of my head?
No, I think that's a great project.
So yeah, and then I did another one way later, but I did two of the same things. I'm just going to talk about them both now. So another one. This one was actually in a real yarn.
It looks like leveled up.
Yeah. So this was like a few months later I did this one. So this was Cascade 220 fingering. And yeah, when I'm looking down at it now, I'm like, oh my God, it is so much more neat. But yeah, so that was my second little bandana. They're really cute. Like I can put it on. Yeah, they're I suddenly don't know how my own head works. How does the head work? Hope. Yeah. Cute. And like I do my hair like naturally curly, and it looks cute with the natural curls and stuff.
This is
my like Dyson curls.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good either way.
Yeah. So that's my little bandana.
Cute. So after your sweaters, you dialed back, and I just like recommitted like full throttle. I was like, no, I'm gonna keep making sweaters actually. And so I actually have this one. This guy. I don't know how in frame I need to be.
I mean, she's a big girl.
She's big. Yeah, so this is, I didn't mention the yarn that I did use for my candy hearts, but this was like in the same series. I was in the same era of like, I want something bold and blocky and chunky, very like Pinterest.
Very Pinterest. Especially of that time.
Yeah. So yeah, like 2021 probably still around for this one. I don't know when I'm going to wear this. I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever have.
You never did, even after finishing it?
I think I put it on. I lasted like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. It's a turtleneck. It's very cute. Like as a concept, I think it's cute. It's just a sensory nightmare. It's just so thick. I sweat so much. And yeah, it's 100% wool too. So this is We Are Knitters, because that was like the only non-Michael's brand I knew at the time.
Yeah.
Very cute patterns. It's just, I think for me, I've outgrown this style. But yeah, I mean, she's cute, I guess.
I'm so intrigued to see it on, what it looks like.
Oh, here, I'll try it on for you, and it'll be on it'll be right here. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can frog this and like reuse it for something. I can show you the needles I used.
It's cute yarn. Like the color is cute and everything.
Oh so. Yeah. Speaking of yarn, that's why I chose this yarn color, because it's called marshmallow, because it's like those like cute little rainbow marshmallows. Yes, and it was so nostalgic for me, and I was so convinced that like I would absolutely adore this sweater when I was making it. I was so excited, and when I finished it, again, I was in denial. I was like, I love it, but I never wore it. But I feel like I could repurpose it, maybe like a cardigan. That's not a turtleneck.
Or even like a non-wearable thing if you think it's just going to be too thick and you can't handle it.
Like a very high, like loose gauge fro blanket thing.
Like a pillow.
I think I actually have another ball of this still.
Oh.
Maybe.
Options.
There are options. So yeah, so I just kept going with the sweaters. And honestly, it was kind of, I'm going to pull out the needles that I use. Like, this is what I use for this. My arms hurt.
Like what, your wrists or your elbow? Like what?
I think similar construction as the candy heart, so it was like rectangles and you seam at the end. It's just as it kind of, it's heavy, right? I feel it. So so
you're lifting on your wrists
exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas circulars, you don't really need to lift to do the motion as much, right?
Yeah.
They're more flexible. So yeah, sometimes it's pain with no gain. No, I'm kidding.
All right. Well, the next thing that I did was I did socks, because immediately upon me starting knitting, my father was like, you need to knit me socks. He loves the thickest, crustiest, wooliest, textural nightmare socks. For whatever reason. And so I was like, okay, well, before I do that for him, I have to just figure out how to knit a sock in general. So I did just the I'm So Basic sock by Summer Lee. And this was actually my first, because I skipped ahead with the bandana. So this was my first like real non-Michaels yarn purchase.
Yes.
So that was Leo and Roxy yarn. And it's nice, it's cute, it's like purpley kind of color with some little black flecks in there. And then I underestimated, I guess, how much it would take me to finish. So I ended up having to do a contrast toe, but it's cute. It coordinates with the little black spots, so it's cute.
Definitely looks intentional.
If it was intentional, I would have also done the heel and the cuff, but it's fine. It's fine.
They're cute.
So those were my first socks. It was surprisingly not as hard as I thought it would be. It's actually like quite neat and everything for my first sock. So I was pretty proud of those. And so then I went right into knitting a pair of socks for my dad, which I don't have with me, but I can show a picture somewhere. And they were knit with Briggs and Little Tuffy, which aptly named is Tuffy. I used a pattern that was specifically made for that yarn from Kate Atherley, and they knit up really fast, at least because it was like a bigger gauge. But yeah,
and he loved them.
And he loves them.
They were exactly what he wanted.
Yeah. So I'm more socks in the future for my dad, but I still have enough yarn because I did contrast colors with that one, so I still have enough to make him like the opposite colorway. So I'll get around to that eventually. Maybe I'll do it for Christmas or something.
Yeah, Christmas. All right, so next up for me is this top. So the theme of kind of crop top continues.
It's very cropped.
It's very cropped.
It looks like it's like just under the boobs.
It is, unintentionally, but I suffered from the syndrome of, I just want to finish this because I'm so excited.
Relatable.
But you know what? I'm pretty proud of this because this was like kind of my first foray into like a construction that wasn't just rectangle seaming, right? So it was there was a bit of pick up stitches, if I recall. I really liked it because I was just kind of into the milkmaid style that was kind of trendy and popular. I wish I made it longer, and there were some like calculations you had to do or measurements you had to do to make sure that this was like low cut enough or it suited your bust. And I went a bit too high with it, I think. So it kind of hits me like around the mid chest area. I would have liked it if it was a little bit of a lower scoop.
You want to be more scandalous.
I wanted to,
Big boob.
The girls show a little bit more. So she's cute. I have worn it. I actually have worn it, and occasionally I do wear it. It's just, the crop is severe. Yeah. I would actually attempt this pattern again, though, with everything that I've learned. I feel like I would do a good job.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, even that one is good. It's just, if it's too cropped for you, then you're not realistically going to wear it.
Exactly, yeah. This was the Barocco Vintage DK in spruce. I actually really like this yarn. It's machine washable, and
it's cute.
There is a fraction of like acrylic, I believe, but you can't really tell. Like it's really cute. And actually, I did notice that I did go through that, common stage of unknowingly twisting my stitches. So this was around the time. I think half of this is twisted, and then the other half is not. But like the top half is all twisted. Yep. That's her.
So then I did another cardigan, or not another cardigan, but another sweater. So this is the Epiphany cardigan. I can't remember the designer, but it will be on the screen.
So pretty.
And this was my first real big girl yarn purchase, because this is Knitting for Olive. So Knitting for Olive merino and soft silk mohair in red currant. I bought this specifically because I got a dress from Abercrombie, and it needed like a cardigan on top, and it was like a strawberry pattern on it. And I was like, really cool with a little tie red cardigan. So yeah.
And it is.
I actually did some modifications with this one too, because it's supposed to have a little like ruffle sleeve, and I just did a straight sleeve and did an I-cord bind off for that. And yeah, I mean, this one is really, really cute. I like the ties and everything. It took me forever. I almost lost steam with this one because I did put it down for probably a good month where I didn't work on it at all, because I was like, whew, this is hard. This is a lot of work, but it came out cute in the end. Yeah. So I'm happy that I trucked through it and got it done.
Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Next up for me, we're going to revisit that Candy Heart sweater, my first knitting project. I mentioned that I frogged it. I should say my mom kindly frogged it for me because I was too impatient to do that. I now unravel my own projects, but she was kind enough to do it for me and salvage what she could from the felted bits. So this was originally the sleeves of the Candy Hearts, which I repurposed because I didn't really have a ton. I mean, it's enough for sleeves, into a little hood. This is the bug hood from Rose Knits, or Rose Knitwear. Again, got it off Etsy. This was before my Ravelry time. And yeah, she's cute. She's just essentially, you really do just look like a worm with it on. But it's warm and it's good for Canadian winters. I really didn't want to let the yarn go to waste, especially the merino. It was We Are Knitters, the Merry Wool, I believe, in Sprinkle Fantasy. I loved like the colorway. So
yeah, it is really cute.
It's so cute.
It's like funfetti cake.
Exactly. That's fine.
Yeah.
You see, I can keep getting caught by the nostalgic food items. At first it was the marshmallows, and now it's funfetti cake. So, yeah, that's her. I guess there's not really much else to say about her.
Cute.
I also then repurposed some of the pink wool into a cute little sweater for my dog. Well, she doesn't live with me. She's my parents' dog. It's just a cute little sweater. It's the Edinburgh seamless sweater. And the designer will be on the screen because I can't remember her either. And yeah, it fits her well. It's a bit too snug when she has her long poofy hair. She's a mini poodle, so when she has her long hair, it's a bit too snug. But I think it's pretty cute on her when she needs it, when she actually has shorter hair.
Yeah. I don't have any of these with me to show, but I did a whole bunch of baby knits. One of our friends was having a baby, and I was like, I want to knit for the baby. So first I just did a little hat. I did the Danny Boy hat, which is a free pattern. And I did it with Cascade 220 Superwash, the worsted weight, in Candy Pink. Because she was a little girl.
Oh, it was so cute.
And I did that, and then I found out shortly after that my cousin was having a baby, and I wanted to knit for that baby too. And then this time I was like, I'm going to do a cardigan, And so I did the, what was it called? The Oh Baby cardigan. And I just got actually just a like loops and threads yarn from Michael's, but it was like a cute ombre kind of thing. And I did that. And then my husband was like, oh, you did a cardigan for that baby. You should do a cardigan for our friend's baby. So I did the exact same cardigan again because I still had yarn left over from the Cascade 220. So they matched the cardigan and the hat. And then I was like, well, I guess I should just make a matching set for the other one. So they went back and did the hat again, too. So each baby got a Danny Boy hat and an Oh Baby cardigan.
Cute.
And yeah, they were really cute.
Yeah. We're continuing on for me with my journey of like the 2022 era. I felt like I had learned quite a bit with my attempts my previous projects, so I wanted to make another cardigan. Again, I found this off Etsy. I didn't really know like how many patterns there actually were, right? Etsy was my source. A lovely pattern, but this one I don't have to show you either because I did frog this one too. I finished it all. I had the buttons on. It's just I was paranoid about the sleeves not being long enough, because as I was knitting it up, I thought, oh, like it's not as long as I want them to be. I was hitting that measured length that they were telling you to. So I'm like, I'm just gonna add like a few more inches. I didn't know superwash merino like stretched.
Yeah.
And I don't think I knew about blocking at this point either, about how, you know, the yarn can relax and grow. And so I made the sleeves longer than suggested by the pattern, and they were very long. Because it was superwash merino and it stretched, it's just, yeah, the sleeves just dragged down and by gravity, and then to pull them up, they kind of all bunched because again they were being stretched. They didn't have enough structure. So another lesson that I learned, and I never wore it in the end, and so that was later frogged a couple of years later, and I still have that yarn. I haven't repurposed it yet.
The next thing that I did was I did 2 little dishcloths. So both for my mom. I did one with just like the silhouette of a cat, and then I did another one that had like kind of a silhouette again of Hello Kitty. And the Hello Kitty one, actually the pattern was free, but it was not finished, and so I actually had to like go into the comments on this blog post, and somebody had written out like, here's the rest of the pattern. So that was a little bit off, but it turned out cute in the end, and my mom likes them. She loves knitted dishcloths. My grandma used to make them, and I was just doing it with a little bit of a fun twist of having like that like pearl stitch kind of pattern in there, and yeah,
cute. I'm still in the before the hiatus time, or maybe within the hiatus time. I think this was like maybe the only project. I think I had a small attempt to come back to it.
Okay. I like this yarn.
It didn't last.
I like the color.
Thanks. Yeah, this is I don't have it written down anywhere. I believe though, like you saying Karen Blossom Cakes.
It does look like that kind of vibe.
I think it's that, and it's a green. It has a bit of like lime green, then it kind of goes to more of like a tealy green, some hints of blue. Yeah, really cute. Yeah, it's just this cute little light headband for the winter. I never blocked it, so you can see that these pearled edges kind of fold in. Ideally they would lay flat. Yeah, it's just a cute little thing with I-quartz. This was my first I-cord project, and just wear it in the winter. The cute little headband. And I don't like the ones necessarily that kind of go around your head and they kind of like, for me, they fall off. I don't know if it's my head, or I have very slippery hair. But yeah, that's that.
Okay. Maybe on that note, I'll talk about my little headband that I have. So I have one that goes around your head.
And sorry.
Shit talker. So this is the glass vase headband,
but it's cute,
by I think it's Celeste Knitwear, and if it's not, I'll fix that on the screen.
I'll just spreading
I'll remedy my misinformation. Yeah, I wanted to try this to kind of give knitting cables a try, because this does have kind of like a bit of a cable in it. I did have to use a cabling needle for it. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is just lace. I don't know how this was a cable.
Here, no, that's just you twisted it.
Yeah, I bound it together there. So, but I remember I had to use a cabling needle to do this. I have confusion now. Anywho, I used the leftover yarn from the baby project for this, and it just keeps your ears warm.
It stays on you. It's cute on you.
Yeah. I think I have more texture in my hair, so it probably stays on better.
Mine just goes.
Yeah.
And then it flies off.
Yeah. So I did that one, and then I did what again many beginner knitters do, and especially last year, was the Sabai top. So I did the version 2 with no finishings or anything, so it's all just like rolled edges. Yeah, I used 2 strands of Cascade 220 fingering, which it's cute, but it is really warm because it's 100% wool, so maybe not the best choice. I still have some little mistakes, like when I had to like put stitches on hold and then pick them back up, I picked them back up the wrong way. You can see that.
I twisted it just for that row.
Yeah, on both sides. So little things like that, but I mean, nobody else is really going to notice that when I'm wearing it. So I still like it, and it's matching with the bandana that I showed earlier, so I'd like to wear the 2 of them together. It's a cute little outfit.
Cute color too.
I just can't wear it in like the thick of summer or I'll suffocate. But like early summer, late summer, it's fine for that. Yeah.
Cute.
And then the last thing that I'll talk about is I did another pair of socks. So I wanted to try some color work. So I did the Itty Bitty Berry socks by, there's a hair, by Stone Knits. I did not buy enough yarn, so I did 2 different colors. But it's kind of a vibe that they're 2 different colors. This was also a picot edge, which is cute, but I was being really lazy when folding it down. And so like you can see even like here, it's not even actually all the way tied down. And where it is tied down, it's very tight. So the color work is actually fine. Like that stretches were good. It's the first little folded over edge here that's a little hard to get over my foot. I also had to redo this a bunch of times the first time because I was doing the color work too tight.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I figured it out, but then my picot edge is kind of ruining it. I can get it over my foot, but with some effort, you know.
It was a little deterrent.
Yeah, yeah. But they're still cute. I still wear them.
Yeah. It's like kind of like a little work of art regardless.
Yeah.
So cute.
They're just cute. I want to do more colorwork socks. I really like a lot of the Stone Knits patterns, but just committing to it because it takes a long time. Even though it's a tiny project, it takes a long time just because it's color work and you have to really pay attention to what you're doing and everything.
All right. So we finished now on my side of things with all my knits before the hiatus. So now
and then I was doing all this stuff and I was like, come back to knitting with me.
Like I saw those socks, I was like, okay.
Yeah, we went on a cottage trip and I was working on those socks and you were like,
I think I'm gonna get back into it. So it's fitting that my first project back were socks because I was inspired by her. But I knew that color work, like as my first project, like I was wiser, right? Like I feel like it had been many years. I knew, okay, let's not go right back into it with a sweater because it's also a large project, and I knew that I just needed something to kill my like art block, I guess, if you can call it that. So I knit these. These are Hermione's Everyday Socks in Fleece Artist organic cotton sock yarn in Blueberry Muffin. So I think this was maybe I was with you. This was like our second.
Yeah. This was me taking you
yarn
to Wool
shopping.
Time for the first time.
That's right.
Which is apparently the biggest yarn store in Canada, or at least
big.
Ontario. It is really, really big.
Mm-hmm. And I saw this yarn. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bite the bullet. I think I went there. I was like, I don't really have anything planned. I'm just gonna come with you and see.
Yeah, and then you were like, that's a cute yarn. And I was like, you can just do a pair of socks. It's so easy. Like a single skein pair of socks, easy peasy. I was like being a bad influence because I was like, I want you to start knitting again.
Yeah. Join me. So yeah, I'm happy with these. I think like I learned a lot. Don't really wear them though. I am happy with them because of you know, all the skills and they look like socks, like they look good. But this was my first one, and you can definitely tell a slight difference between the two. So for one, this one is bigger than the other one. Definitely looser in this ankle area because my gauge was too big. It's like getting back into things, you know, and I just wasn't pulling it as tight as I needed to. Did I measure my gauge? No, so I don't actually know if I was on gauge or not.
Who measures gauge for socks?
Is that a thing?
Like, I mean, yes, you technically you should, but like
they're stretchy.
And like in the time it would take you to knit a gauge swatch for socks, you'd have half a sock.
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
Like, if you see me knitting a gauge swatch for socks, I've been replaced by like an AI robot or something. Like, send help.
So yeah, so I didn't measure the gauge.
Yes.
Which I shouldn't. Well, I guess I could have and then frogged back when I realized I was probably off.
Yeah, like if anything, yeah, like if I'm going to do gauge at all for a sock, it's more like maybe I'll measure gauge on what I have so far.
Exactly.
And then if it's dramatically off, maybe I would frog. But
yeah. Like, you can just kind of tell.
Yeah.
Right? It pulls in a bit more.
You were figuring it out.
I was figuring it out. You also can't really see. So there is this beautiful texturing just done with like knitting and purling on this pattern. And I think it was after, would it have been after or before the heel flap? Anyway, I forget sock construction. Regardless, I forgot to keep going through the pattern. I think it was when I started, never mind, it was when I started the heel. That doesn't have this purling texture. I just kind of continued in the round, not doing that texture. Yeah. I was just robotic and just.
But again, like who's gonna notice? Who's looking that closely at your ankles?
Shouldn't be.
Nobody should be.
Nobody should be. Yeah. So they're really cute. It's just I think this one falls off my foot a little too easily. But I did see when we were at the yarn store, there was that.
The stuff to make it a grippy sock.
Yeah, like this little, like almost looks like it's in like a paint tube, and you just, I guess, would put little dots on the bottom, and maybe that grip would prevent it from slip sliding on my foot when I walk, which would be the main.
Well, even if they did fit, like sometimes just hand knit socks can be slippery.
Yeah,
so it's probably a good safety precaution to do that.
So yeah, exactly. And if I'm not wearing them anyway, I might as well. Try that.
Do an experiment, and if you're like, I hate having the grippies on there, then at least you ruined a pair of socks that you weren't wearing anyway.
Yeah, so that's those. That's my Hermione's everyday socks.
Okay, so my next thing is probably out of all this stuff here right now, what I'm the most proud of. So this is my Honey cardigan by Knitters and Friends. And can I find where you start and end? Maybe one day. Okay. So this is she. It is, I'm going to put it on while I talk about it. It is knit in Noro Sonata and Malabrigo sock. So it's not like at all the yarn that they call for. They call for like I think a fingering yarn, like wool, and then like a mohair. But I didn't want mohair in this. I wanted it to be all I really cared about, honestly, when I was picking yarn was the color. I wanted something that was brown but like really like variegated and stuff. And the yarn store that I went to, this was kind of the best options that I had to get the weight and then get like some flecks of color and stuff in there. So I do really like how the color turned out. And she's really soft.
She is.
And yeah, there was a lot of like firsts in here. So like it was my first double knit button band, which is crazy that I did the cardigan, the Epiphany cardigan, which was an I-cord tie, so there was no button band at all. And then I went to double knit button band.
Yeah.
I didn't do a regular button band. So actually, well, I did a regular button band on the baby cardigans, but like that barely counts because it was actually knit at the same time too. It wasn't like a button band that you pick up after the fact.
Oh, okay.
So that was another different kind of button band. So anyway, yeah, but I really, really like this one. I did do everything a little cropped, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, I was just so excited to have it done, but I don't mind in this case. I think it's like the right amount of cropped.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always going to be wearing a t-shirt under it or whatever anyway. So like it's fine. It's not like I'm like showing off my midriff or anything. Yeah, I wear this one to work and stuff, and I really like her.
Yeah. I feel like you, like as I was watching you go through the year of your knitting, like every project was just like you're trying something new and you develop like so quickly, because then I look back at my journey of all my frogged attempts and stuff like that, and
but there's also like so much more information out there now. I feel like there's so many
really
resources
popular
and stuff in terms of like getting help, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We're part of the reason why we're doing this podcast is because I like ferociously consume knitting podcasts, and so I think that helped me a lot as well in terms of learning stuff and being kind of adventurous to like do things that maybe were a little
intimidating.
Yeah, like intimidating or like I can't think of the word.
Challenging. Daunting.
Ambitious for my like first few projects, but this one turned out really good. I was really, really happy with it. It was my first drop shoulder as well, actually, too. So I did drop shoulder. First time putting buttons on something, and I picked really cute buttons.
Yeah, they go with it really well.
Yeah, so I was really, really happy with her. I like her a lot, and I wear her a lot. It's probably my most worn knit. Yeah.
Cool. Are you gonna keep her on?
Sure.
Unless you get too hot. We're in the middle of summer. So. Okay, next for me is more socks. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again with the socks. But also, yeah, actually I think those socks that I just showed you were my first time with fingering. Like all my other projects, crochet, knit, anything that I had done before that, I only really used like worsted, maybe DK.
I'm realizing that I should move this if I'm wearing the cardigan.
Oh yeah, there you go.
As you were.
As you were. Yeah, so I had only ever used like worsted, maybe DK, or like you saw, like extremely very bulky. I never used fingering. So when I did the socks, that was my first fingering project, which was also good experience for me. But I think after that I was like, it takes a long time. I know socks don't take a long time, but fingering in general takes a little longer. And so then I did the slow morning DK socks, using the leftover Barocco vintage DK in spruce, the same one that I'd used for my Maid You Fall top. Those went really fast. They were DK.
Yeah.
And I think they turned out a lot better. And those ones were a gift for my friend for Christmas.
Then the next thing that I did was the Arielle scarf. So I had leftovers of my knitting for Olive, and I was like, I gotta make use of this. So I did the Arielle scarf. I saw it was Sorella actually had this exact scarf in one of like her own red colors, and I saw a picture of her wearing it on Instagram, and I was like, that's so cute. So I decided to do it, and yeah, I really like her. She's cute. You can wear
Oh,
her
yeah.
like a lot of different ways. You know, wear it as like a little bandana, wear it like tied in the front. Could maybe try to wear it on my head. Be kind of bulky in the back, but
I could maybe roll it up. Could that be a thing?
yeah. So
She'd be really cute with your cardigan.
yeah,
Matching
obviously,
strawberry
yeah,
cardigan.
they go together. So yeah, I have a few like sets that I can wear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my Marielle scarf.
So my next project then, I was like, okay, let's do color work. I was kind of getting inspired by you, definitely. Let's try something I haven't done. And so I tried color work, and I was thinking of, it was around Christmas time, it was leading up to that, so I thought of gifts for family and friends, and my dad is a big Toronto Maple Leafs fan. And so I wanted to make him a hat. I said, like, that's, probably a fairly simple motif, maybe, to do a big Canada leaf or maple leaf. There was a pattern I found, I believe it was free, called a toque fit for a Canadian A. That one I used Cascade Yarns 220 Superwash Merino in deep ultramarine and white. I was pretty proud of this for my first color work project. I had to redo it once, I believe, because I fell into that trap of like my floats are too tight, because just it was so new to me. So you're used to knitting a certain way and holding your yarn and tensioning it in a certain way, that I wasn't prepared for like how the floats would like behave when you're switching between two colors and stranded color work. So that was a learning curve, but I think I got, in the end, a product that I was happy with, and made for a good Christmas gift. That's like kind of the one thing, is it did fit him, but even my second attempt, my floats were still a wee bit tighter than compared to like the non-color work portions. Like the ribbing was stretchy, and then the color work portion, kind of that band around the hat, was a little bit tighter, just because again my floats were a little tight, like the circumference wasn't quite as large as the stretch would allow. So it fits them, but probably not 100% comfortably from the feeling that I got. And so I would be interested to try again, because I feel like I've made a bit of progress in my color work too since then. My second to last item of 2025 were the Songbird mittens by Erica Huser Designs. So yeah, quite a ambitious color work project coming out of the maple leaf project that I had done right before. But at least, I had learned something. At least I did an easier project before diving right in. Yeah. And yeah, these ones were a big learning curve too for me, though, because even though I was like, okay, I kind of am getting the floats thing, I still struggled with it a lot in this project. But they still turned out great. I'm really happy with how they turned out. My mom loves them. They were a gift from my mom for Christmas. So they're like a light pair of mitts. They're not like super, super warm, but they're useful when you just need something light. But yeah, I learned a lot. I did one mitt doing stranded color work using only, so I'm a continental knitter, and so I tried one mitt at first holding both colors with just my left hand, and switching between them and catching my floats like that. Still kind of struggled with having tight floats. So there is a bit of pinching that you can see in the photos that I'm going to show. But I think I understand the pinching thing. I understand how to like spread apart the stitches on the right hand needle. That wasn't something that I was doing. I was kind of just pulling and tensioning like as I normally do. So I wasn't really methodological about like making sure that all my stitches are spaced out. And then the second mitt, I was like, okay, I tried it with my left hand. Like, what is it like if I hold one color in each hand? So then I did have, for that mitt, I did, continental. And then I also did the throwing, the English style. Yeah, and that worked, but I still got pinching, because so then I concluded that it wasn't necessarily about the style. It's like really about how you space the stitches out. So that's like the big lesson I learned from this project. But I think I was like overall very happy with
they
how
look
it turned
beautiful.
out. Yeah. it was like cool, like, oh, I produced this. Like, this is something
Yeah.
I made.
Yeah. It's like a work of art when you do
Yeah.
like color work like that. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah. And there's a couple mistakes in there, but it's fine. You can't tell.
All right, so the last project that we have to show, we both have the same one. We did it together.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
you can't do your first year of knitting and not do a Sophie.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
we did the Sophie hood, both of us. We did different colors. We did Sophie hoods.
This was our first like knit along project together.
Yeah.
We worked on it together.
We did it exclusively together.
Yeah.
We only worked on it when we were together. And yeah, the only thing I'll say with this, like, I know it's like the Sophie in general is supposed to be kind of like a beginner pattern, right? Or a lot of people see it that way. Maybe it's just because we were together and we were like talking all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But I think we both had a hard time like keeping track of where we were.
Yeah. Neither of us were really locked in, like,
Yeah.
counting, because it's just a repeat of increase every X7 stitches or whatever it is. But yeah, we'd be like, is this the 6th? Is this the 7th? Or whatever number it is.
Yeah.
And it is a little hard to read, like, in terms
because
of...
it's all garter, yeah.
Yeah,
like, so both sides are the same, right?
So it's a little hard to read when you did the decrease or the increase. You really need to study it and be good at, like, reading the stitches. So yeah, for that reason, I don't know if it's a
like
beginner
mine,
project.
like, both sides are kind of different sizes. So that's okay.
That's
like,
okay. We'll never
you don't
tell.
really wear it like down like this that you
No.
would see that both sizes are the same. You wear it, wrapped around and whatever. So.
Yeah. It's fine. And we use similar wool but slightly different.
Yeah, we both use Cascade. So I used Cascade 220 worsted.
I used 220 superwash.
But also worsted.
Worsted.
Yeah. So just superwash versus non-superwash.
But see, this is what I kind of mean too about like how much I've learned through you and just through online resources in my renaissance of knitting, is about like the fiber types. Like I thought superwash, like going like previously when I was knitting in the past, like I thought it was just about, oh, you can machine wash this, and that's so it's just immediately better in my mind. I was like, superwash is always better. But like I've learned a lot about how situational these different fibers are. Like you were the first one to be like, yeah, superwash kind of like stretches, or people find it tends to stretch. And I do find that with this one. I don't know about yours, but I definitely feel like it's stretched, and to get it snug around my face, I kind of need to like twist it. I need to really pull at it because the stretch makes it a bit looser around my face.
Yeah, so, like yours is like the teeniest bit softer than mine, right? Like mine's a little bit more like rusticy.
But I find yours doesn't gape around the face as much.
I also haven't worn mine a super huge amount versus I feel like you've worn yours more.
I was wearing it a lot, But anyway, that's one consideration. If I could go back, I would probably just do like the normal wool.
We both did our eye colors. And I don't think that was on purpose.
No.
I think we both just picked and then we realized that we did our own eye colors.
Yeah.
I did blue.
Yeah.
And you did brown.
Yeah. I wanted something that would like go with various coats that
and like I was thinking like it wasn't like intentional of like, oh, it's gonna match my eyes, but I was like, it's gonna be right next to my face, so I wanted to look like flattering, my most flattering color next to my face. So it makes my eyes look more blue.
It draws it out. So that was kind of the end of our 2025, and we've been up to a lot in 2026. But
we've done a lot already, but you'll have to wait and see. And we're going to do like regular knitting podcasts, and we're going to do little vlogs, and we're going to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. If you're interested,
subscribe.
It
feels so corny to be like, please subscribe, please.
I'm not going to beg you, okay? Watch if you want to watch. And we'll be here. And even if nobody watches, you know what? It's kind of fun to just make something.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. And like, get to hang out
more.
Not that we would not hang out anyway, but we get to.
More excuses.
There's an excuse to hang out. And I get to do some video editing. That's fun.
Yeah, it draws on both of our like creative outlets.
Yeah.
in addition to knitting.
I'm getting warm.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
I'm like-
cardigan too.
It's like 40 degrees outside, and I'm like, let me put on a bunch of wool.
Yeah. I guess that's everything.
Yeah, that's it.
So thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
see you next time. Bye. Bye. Oh, my bubbly pop.